right, people. Hello there. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live. I'm Jim. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 7.0. Heidi, I see you're watching. Right on. Episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. And yeah, I'll do my intro here. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324. Let's check this out. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. Big Jims Blogcast Live airs Sunday nights on Facebook, the occasional Fridays, and the occasional wine o'clock Wednesdays. We're in our 7th year. As Big Jims Blogcast Live debuted back in 2019 this year. We do craft beer reviews more, like I've done over 250 plus, I think, craft beer reviews. Tonight's craft beer is a Hazy Days. It's a juicy IPA. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'll get into that later. Yeah, we pair it with like a good cigar. Tonight's cigar, Hoya Montera Habana Cuban. That's the big one. I'm going to light that up soon. And good spirit. Pair that with a spirit of rum or whiskey. And tonight we've got Crown Royal. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. For those of you for the first time watching here, Big Jims Blogcast Live, retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia, yesteryear are the buzzwords here. We talk about classic movies, classic rock, classic TV, classic toys, classic pro wrestling, classic albums, Book of the Month Club, along with all this week in Van Halen history, along with like local events. Bongos, countdowns, birthday shoutouts to all of our friends with Cactus Jack here. The blogcast, seen in U.S. and Canada, is now seen worldwide. The UK, Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, etc. Thank you for watching. Tune in and turn on and enjoy the show. A couple of things here. Politics and religion are banned here. We want to have a good time. So, and we are not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. As Big Jims Blogcast Live is on Spotify, Anchor, or wherever, any audio listening platform you listen to your podcast. My own YouTube channel, too. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to post a disclaimer, first of all. Let's see if I can share this some more. All right. Vloggers around the world. I love the 80s. There we go. Next post. There we are. All right. So, okay. My disclaimer. I may say a few bad, dirty words tonight, like shit, damn, screw, fuck. If you hear any one of those words, like go to your safe space, cover your ears, get a tissue, So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. Okay, whoa, and bongos too. All right, so before we get into our craft beer review and birthday shoutouts and countdowns, we'll go through. We're going to pay tribute to the Miss Loni Anderson, who passed away. We'll talk about our movie Stroker Ace, season 4 of WKRP in Cincinnati, our classic pro wrestling WWF-Manager-Slick, our classic board game Happy Days, Rockstar Copter Crashes, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Classic album of his, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood, and This Week in Van Halen History. So here we go. Our craft beer for tonight. Let's see. Let me light this puppy up first. There we go. Oh boy, good taste to it. This is a Hoya Montana Habana. Forgot that. It's big, isn't it? I know. Well, anyways, my craft beer for tonight. Larry, I see you're watching. Welcome. My craft beer for tonight is called Hazy Days. It's by Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. It's a juicy IPA. But before we do that, I'm going to open it. I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. So I'll open her up. I've got her like the glass here, Cowbell. Can somebody share this blogcast with Cowbell? Anyways, here we go. Okay, but I'm not gonna. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. But before I do that, set this back here. Got some Crown Royal going on with it. Mm. Mm. Now, before I do that, I want to explain to you, I give it a rating on my craft beer reviews. I give it a rating out of 10. Here's my beer rating system. Outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. So we want this to land in the 10 to 6 area. So anyways, yes, there we go. There's my beer rating system right there. I give it a rating out of 10 later on, near the end of the blogcast. It's got to grow on me. Also, I want to tell you guys about if you see this in your local LCBO, pick it up. It's called The Growler. It's your Ontario Craft Beer Guide. This is Volume 6, Issue 1. It's $3. It tells you all about the up-to-date craft breweries in Ontario, Canada. And it's only $3. So, in your area. So, right on. All right. So, anyways, bam. Yeah, so we're going to do some birthday shout-outs, countdowns. But now I am going to try this beer. Good. Oh, once you really appreciate a good Cuban cigar here. This is the Hoya de Montero Habana. So, let's see if I can do that. No, not that. Okay. All right. So, okay. Well, maybe not. Anyways, all right. So, anyways, yeah, I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. This is my first time trying this beer. And, when I what does it say on the... Okay, Hazy Days is a juicy tropical punch of hops without the IPA bitterness. Aggressively whirlpooled hop, farm hop, and dry hop. Any kind of hop. Brewed with an outrageous amount of Galaxy, Mosaic, Mandarina, and Eldorado hops to create a supremely refreshing and delicious beer. Well, I'll be the judge of that. So, anyways, here we go. All right. So, first impressions. A little bit of a soury taste to it. However, it does go down very smoothly. This is Hazy Days. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Give it a little top up here. A little bit of a... Yeah, it's got about a little bit of a sour aftertaste to it. It is juicy and tropical. A little bit bitter, sour aftertaste to it, but like I said, it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. And if you're still here and sticking around, throw in a number between 1 and 10, like so many people have done in the past. And when I do these craft beer reviews, I just don't go, well, it's a very exquisite, highbrow, high-tasting, high society like beer. No, I go with my gut with what's in here. So, anyways, yeah. Okay, all right. It's got to grow on me all through the blogcast, near the end of the blogcast. I give it a rating out of 10. So if anybody at home there wants to play along and wants to throw out a number later on, see what I'm going to give it, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. I'll put this back here. Getting into the Crown Royal. All right. So, good combo there. All right. Debbie, no, I have not. I have not tried Crown Royal chocolate. I will have to look for that in the LCBO. So, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17, 2025. We'll get to our birthday shout-outs in a minute here, but I want to remind everybody, I'm going to remind everybody maybe a few times tonight, that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on your Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms to listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. All the like Stokes Inland, Lizards Bar. You gotta love Sarnia. Pop culture, retro classic, vintage nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock. Steve Ray Vaughan groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling. Blogs, the blog and vlog groups. Classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. And yeah, so boom. All right. So, yeah, it is Big Jim Blogcast Live, episode 324, Sunday, August 17, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. All right. All right, and I did bring along, guess what I brought along? Just to do channeling my Stevie Ray Vaughan impression. Pride and joy. No. All right. Well, anyways... let's get to some birthday shout-outs here. With Cactus Jack singing birthday, backing me up here. All right. Birthday shout-outs. From this past week, from August 11th to the 17th, Becky Tannen Mason, Joanne Cole, Michael Ross, Sean Morrow, Mike Fenton, Moko Heathers, Cheryl Darcy, Andy Bonnier, and Keith Pierce. Right on, yes. Oh. Yeah, let me go through that again. Becky Tannen and Mason, Joanne Cole, Michael Ross, Sean Morrow, Mike Fenton, Moko Heathers, Cheryl Darcy, Andy Bonnier, and Keith Pierce. Yeah. Happy birthday, everybody, from Big Jim Podcast Live. I hope all your birthdays were a great one. So, yeah. All right. We'll go by now. All right. Oh, boom. All right. So, with the blog ID, and also... if you guys want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309, it is toll free to call. Call me up on your rotary phone or your cell. It's like toll free. Hey, Jim, how's that beer going? We love the blogcast. 1-800-867-5309. Thank you very much. All right. So, yeah. All right. All right, so in our craft beer for tonight, it's accompanied by like a good Cuban cigar, a Hoya de Montera Habana. All right. And the beer is accompanied by Crown Royal. Cheers, everyone. Our beer for tonight, it is Hazy Days. It is a juicy IPA. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. Okay. All right. Well, sourness went away, sort of. Really grabs you. I'm going to expand on that more later on in the blogcast, whether it's a spring, summer, fall, or winter beer. All right. It just jumps out at you. So, anyways, it's Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. So I'll just place this back here. Before we get going, all right. All right. Before we get going, I'm going to do the cube thing tonight. If you remember this, I'm going to take it, the Rubik's Cube, take it out of its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. First and foremost, well, we got a harmonica in there. All right. Well, okay. So tonight's color is orange. But if you grew up in the 80s, you'll know what this toy is. It's like a legendary toy from the 80s. The premise is pretty simple. You got to get all full colors, all full 9 sides. I'm going to try for tonight. The color is orange, so I'm going to do. I'll do a couple of spins on it. There we go. All right, orange, orange, orange. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. There we are. There we are. All right. Orange. Come. Oh, you bitch. Fuck. Come on. Well, not bad for that. Like, look at that. Almost a full side there. So I'm just going to put it back in the coffee mug here. All right. And as one more cup again, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the audio listening platforms where it's your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys really rock there. Supporting Sarnia 2.0. Pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, the blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Yeah, so there we go. Boom. All right. We're gonna, now we get to some countdowns here up to holidays and. All right. So, good cigar there. All right. So, anyways, Labor Day weekend is almost upon us. 15 days away. Halloween is 75 days away. Grandparents' Day is 21 days away. Christmas is 130 days away. And for everybody that's complaining about the heat, remember this. Wintertime is 126 days away. So, who hates winter? I do. And it's 126 days away. Who hates shoveling out decks and driveways and trudging through this shit? That shit? I do. So, yeah. All right, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Got a good cigar. It's a Cuban. Going on with that. Craft beer. Oh, boy. Wow. So, anyways, let's get into some local events here before we get started. Saturday, August 23rd is 2 p.m. It's the 11th annual Truck and Tractor Pull, 595 Main Street, Wyoming, Ontario. Go catch that. That's going to be entertaining. That's fun. Simply Skinnerd at Imperial Theatre Sarnia, tribute to Leonard Skinnerd. Thursday, September 18th, 7:30. Tickets at tixhub.com. There's an ice cream festival. Sunday, September 14th, 9 a.m. Pinery Market. Over 200 live vendors. Free parking. It's going to be ice cream and everything. It's $2 per person. So you got to go and check that out. Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. World famous author Mitch Album at the Sarnia Library Theater, presented by the Bookkeeper. Tickets are $40. Go to the Facebook page, the Bookkeeper Facebook page for more info. Lights Up for Noel. Lights Up the Night for Noel. It's a run walk, Saturday, September 27th, 6:30 p.m., Canachara Park in Sarnia. Registration is $70. Donations at noelsgift.ca. Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. is the Mitten Village Block Party. Fun time there. 101 Ontario Street. It's got art, food, live music. They block off that whole area for oh yeah, pretty much fun. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Motown Soul. Wednesday, September 24th, 7 p.m. at 4:15 till 7 till 9 p.m. at the Imperial Theatre Sarnia, 168 North Christina Street, featuring the music of Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, James Brown, and Aretha Franklin. Tickets at tixhub.com. Friday, September 26th, 7:30 to 9 p.m. is Hypnotist Tony Lee at the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Imperial City Brewhouse, another great little craft brewery here. Tickets at eventcreate.com, 1330 Exmouth. Sunday, September 7th, 1 p.m. is the Petrolia Lawnmower Derby. That'll be fun. 4065 Dufferin Avenue, Petrolia, free admission at Greenwood Rec Center. Who doesn't want to go to that? That sounds like fun. Saturday, September 6th, 2025, 6:30 to 10 p.m. is the last Duke Cruise of the summer. 297 Front Street North. Tickets $30. You got to get them at Brenda's. The band is called Brenda's Band. They are selling the tickets. Go to their Facebook page for more info. So there we go. Boom. All right. Okay, bam. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live. Boom. All right. Oh yeah, here's like the. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live. You there? Yes, our craft beer. All right. Woo. Okay. Bullhorn. So yeah. All right. So anyways, yeah. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. One more. Again, a reminder: Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. There's your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups worldwide. Sarnia Rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, the blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, WKRP groups, birthdays, bongos, and Rubik's, and just checking out this notification. Right on, Greta. I see you just came on board, Greta. Tonight's craft beer, accompanied by like a Hoya de Monte Habana cigar. All right. And it's accompanied by Crown Royal here. All right. Crown Royal on the rocks. Tonight's craft beer is Hazy Days. It's a juicy IPA by the Cowbell Brewing Company. I've got their glass. I've got it in it. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Give it a little top up. Now, yeah. Hi. This beer just jumps out. Yeah, I gotcha. So, they've got this like, it's a juicy tropical punch of hops without all the IPA bitterness, which is true. I got to give them that. The bitterness went away. Yeah. I'm speechless right now, and that doesn't happen very often. So, but yeah, it's Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. And look at the texture of that. It turns dry on me all of a sudden. So, all right. So, and like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, you're still here towards the end. If you're sticking around, you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it will match up with mine, feel free to do so. So I'll just put this back here for now. And we're going to move on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah? I'm going to try that sometime. Crown Royal and Coke. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Now, tonight, as we just dive right into this, we have our Loni Anderson salute tribute. Yes. So this lovely young lady, born Loni K. Anderson, August 5th, 1945, in St. Paul, Minnesota. Hold on here. There we go. All right. So anyways, unfortunately, Loni Anderson, if those of you who grew up on her, like I did on WKRP in Cincinnati, she passed away last Sunday, August 3rd, 2025, age 79, after a prolonged illness. She was just about to turn 80 years old. Now, her acting debut, she had a bit part in a Steve McQueen movie, Nevada South. She guest starred in the 70s. Marie, I see you're watching. She guest starred on various TV shows like Policewoman, Hawaii Five-0, SWAT, Three's Company. She auditioned for the role of Chrissy but didn't get it. 1978, she landed the starring role of Jennifer Marlowe, the receptionist on WKRP in Cincinnati, which lasted from 78 to 1982. She had like a starring role in Partners in Crime on NBC from September to December of 1984. Co-starred with Linda Carter. About two women detectives, two women who started a detective agency. 1986, she starred in the TV show Easy Street that aired on NBC from September 86 to April 87. Played a retired widow from a wealthy husband. Loni Anderson also had guest roles in The Incredible Hulk, Melrose Place, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Fantasy Island, right up until the 2016s. Starred in the ABC sitcom Baby Daddy, movies Stroker Ace, All Dog Go to Heaven, Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain, A Night at the Roxbury. She returned to the role of Jennifer Marlowe for 2 episodes of the new WKRP in Cincinnati. Like what? All right. Yeah, the new WKRP in Cincinnati. And all right, so there we go. All right, so anyways, and yeah, this is she had every guy had a poster of her. So I think I did. No, actually, my teacher did. One of my teachers did. So there we go. And there we are. That's her on the set with like Herb Tarlick and Johnny Fever on the new WKRP in Cincinnati. So, and she had a whole high-profile marriage to Burt Reynolds, which didn't last. But anyways, so here we go. Yeah. So anyways, Miss Loni Anderson. Unfortunately, she passed away Sunday, August 3rd, 2025, at the age of 79 after like a long illness. So, anyways, we salute you, Miss Anderson. So wherever you are right now, cheers. And somebody remind me, I'll do a 10 gong salute to her later on in the show. All right. So, yeah, that's Miss Loni Anderson right there. And I did post more of her highlights, our career highlights, and on my blogcast page and my regular Facebook page. Look for it. All right. So, okay. All right. So we just set that over there. Tonight's craft beer, for those of you who are just joining us, like Marie maybe, it's accompanied by like my Cuban cigar here, Habana. We've got Crown Royal going on. All right. And, okay. Tonight's craft beer is called Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company. I've got one of their glasses here. It's a juicy IPA. I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. So, yeah. So, anyways, at first there was a bitterness, a little bit of a bitter, sour aftertaste to it, but that's gone away by the 6th or 5th sip. Good. So far, so good. All right. So, yeah, and if you're still here and sticking around by the end of the blogcast, where I do give it a rating out of 10, feel free to throw out a number between 1 and 10, and maybe it'll match up with mine, maybe it won't. But, yeah, you can just place, you can taste the tropical punch in here. Very dry. So, anyways, I'll just put this back here for now. Anyways, so yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. And we've got, for the second time tonight, second of 4 tries tonight, I'm going to do the cube thing. So, take it, Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. We've got like the harmonica in there. So tonight's color is orange, and if you grew up in the 80s, this is a legendary toy. Premise is pretty simple. You got to get all 9 sides, all full colors, and I'm going to do that with a few turns here. I'm going to try and get the orange side tonight. because doing it would take too long. So here we go. All right. So there we are. There we are. All right. So come on. Come on. All right. So, you bastard. Come. All right. So let's see here. Come on. All right. So I'm worse off than I got there. That's what I got right there. So I'll just put it back. And then there we go. All right. So, boom. Again, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me as we... Damn. I mean, come on, man. All right. So, anyways, menu. So, don't you hate it when things don't work out? They don't want to, work when they're supposed to. So, all right. So, we'll turn that down. There we go. Okay. So, I've got the movie. I've tried to get the movie on. Instead, I've got, season 4 of WKRP there. So, anyways. Yeah. There we are. All right. Play all episodes. And, yeah. So, we have our... Continue our Loni Anderson tribute. We've got a movie starring her and Burt Reynolds, Stroker Ace. This is released July 1st, 1983. The cast was Burt Reynolds as Stroker Ace, Ned Beatty as Clyde Torkel, Jim Nabors as Lugs Henning, Parker Stevenson as Aubrey James, Loni Anderson as Pembroke Feeney. Now the plot here. Stroker Ace is a popular race car driver, drives for Waycross, Georgia, and a 3-time NASCAR Winston Cup champion, arrogant and pompous with no regard for the business side of the racing team. After dumping a load of wet concrete on his former sponsor, Jim Caddy, of Zevan Oil, he connects with a new sponsor, fast food chicken chain mogul Clyde Torkel, PR manager Pembroke Feeney, and Stroker and Lugs cause Stroker to sign with Clyde Torkel. Stroker doesn't read his contract. He's obligated to be the face of Chicken Pit Restaurant and make personal appearances in a chicken suit. He plots to get out of his contract. As Stroker wins races, Torkel is offered a deal to sell his Chicken Pit franchise if he dumps Stroker. Torkel tells Stroker if he wins, he won't take the offer, and Stroker has to sell chicken for the next 2 years. If he loses, he's released from his contract. During the race, Stroker wants to lose, but his ego won't let him. He drops to 6th place, but moves up. Torkel announces he is dumping Stroker. As Stroker learns that, he spectacularly wins the race by flying his car across the finish line. So, yeah, I did post several scenes from the movie and the movie trailer. It was directed by Hal Needham, who directed Burt in Cannonball Run and Cannonball Run 2. And real life race car drivers Kyle Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, Terry Labonte appears as themselves, and Jerry Reed, his buddy from Smokey and the Bandit, appears too. So this wasn't a bad movie, but yeah, I've got some several scenes from the movie. There we go. All right. Okay, there we are. Yeah. All right. So, and like I said, I did post more of Stroker Ace. Crown Royal Black Cherry. I like it. Well, yeah. And so, I didn't know there was a Crown Royal Black Cherry. Well, I did post more of the Stroker Ace, the movie trailer, and the scenes from the movie on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So yeah, check them out. All right. So, I didn't know. I actually did not know there was a Crown Royal Black Cherry. There's a Crown Royal Vanilla. There's a Crown Royal Apple, but I'll have to look for that. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, if you guys, boom. All right, bam. So, if you guys want to call me up on the hotline tonight, 1-800-867-5309, you can do so with your rotary phone, your cell. Ring me up and say how that craft beer doing. We love the blogcast. How's the blogcast doing? Great, good. 1-800-867-5309. Toll free to call. All right. So, okay. Whew. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Our craft beer, we've got a good cigar going with it. It's a Hoya de Montera Habana. Paired that with Crown Royal, regular Crown Royal. All right. So yeah, we've got our craft beer tonight is called Hazy Days. It's a juicy IPA. It is by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Look at that texture. I got one of their glasses here. All right. So yeah, this is really, I think I do have a good combo tonight here. This is once you get over the sourness and the bitterness disappear eventually, and it does go down really smoothly. It's really dry though. It's becoming a really dry aftertaste. Whether it's spring, summer, or fall beer, I'm gonna let you know. It's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. And like I said, if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So I'll just put this back here. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. All right. All right. So anyways, we are moving on to WKRP Season 4. With the lovely Jennifer Marlowe in the cover there, Loni Anderson. So, anyways, yeah. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. Here we are. All right. I got the box set of the complete series, WKRP in Cincinnati. All right. So, this is Season 4. It's the absolutely last season of WKRP. It aired from October 7th, 1981 to April 21st, 1982 for 22 episodes. I've got the episode of Black Monday on right now. It's a explosive affair. Black Monday bombs one of the station's transmitters. But, the cast for Season 4, Loni Anderson as Jennifer Marlowe. Receptionist Howard Hessman as Dr. Johnny Fever. Tim Reed as Venus Flytrap. Gordon Jump as Arthur Carlson Jr. Frank Bonner as Herb Tarlick. Gary Sandy as Program Director Andy Travis. Jan Smithers as Bailey Quarters. And George Sanders as newsman Les Nessman. So here we go. We've got Herbert Tarlick. The big guy. Arthur Carlson and Program Director Andy Travis. Got the ever so popular Dr. Johnny Fever. All right, so, and and also we have, she appears in a couple of episodes. This is Mama Carlson, the owner of the station, and mother to Arthur Carlson Jr. So, yeah, all right. So anyways, as we get to WKRP in Cincinnati Season 4, my favorite episodes were an Explosive Affair, Black Monday, Rumors, Johnny stays at Bailey's place while his apartment's being fumigated, causes rumors at the station, who's on first. Arthur Carlson pretends to be Herb to make a sale. The consultant, Mama Carlson, hires a professional radio consultant to rate WKRP. Turns out he's old friends with Andy Travis. Love, exciting and new. Andy kisses up to Mama Carlson for a new transmitter to air as human. Herb screws up a photo shoot. Carlson is ready to fire him. Jennifer jumps in to save Herb's job. Up and down the dial. This is the last, that's the season ender, season finale of, WKRP in Cincinnati. The ratings book comes. WKRP is number 6. They are number 6. They 4 years ago in WKRP universe, they were number 22. Fever was the number 1. Fever all of a sudden is the number 1 DJ. But Andy freaks out at that, and he always wanted WKRP to be number 1. Mama Carlson plans to change WKRP's format to 24-hour news, but they change her mind. So there's the whole cast there. So as CBS moved WKRP in Cincinnati around in the primetime lineup. For the 4th season, this was so you had they were up against they aired it on Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. 8 to 8:30. Wednesdays, NBC had Real People and the Facts of Life. ABC had The Greatest American Hero and The Fall Guy. WKRP on CBS. Real People. Does anybody remember that show? And then you had The Facts of Life competing against KRP, and then we'd have one of my favorite shows, The Greatest American Hero. And so, and then you have The Fall Guy, which also, which was on ABC too, up against WKRP in Cincinnati. They did, like I said, they moved it around in the summer. CBS moved WKRP in the summer from Wednesdays and Mondays from 8:30 to 9 p.m. And they would then compete with Little House on the Prairie on NBC and ABC's That's Incredible. Season 4, WKRP ended up at number 7, but CBS decided to move on. They lost. When CBS moved WKRP in Cincinnati, they lost 2.5 million average viewers. It doesn't make sense to me. This could have went on for a 5th season, WKRP in Cincinnati, but CBS decided to cancel it. This is a really cool show. I got to tell you, this is one of the WKRP was the inspiration, one of the inspirations for this blogcast. So, and it's the reason why I went through radio, television, and journalism in Landon College. Way back in 1990-91. So, anyways, baby, if you've ever wondered. All right. So, and I did post more of WKRP in Cincinnati. All right, just looking for that. Where is that? Okay. So, all right, I did, yeah. So, there's the cast right there. So, the main cast. All right. So, yeah, I did post more of Season 4 highlights on my blogcast page and my Facebook page of WKRP Season 4, WKRP in Cincinnati. All right, bam. Okay. So, boom. All right. Bongo there. All right. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Thank you for watching and ending your weekend with me. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to remind everybody again that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out to any watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. What's Up Sarnia? All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock, and Stevie Ray Vaughan groups. All the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies. The blog and vlog groups, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, and the KRP groups out there. And so if you happen to be watching, right on. Our craft beer for tonight. We've got Cactus Jack here. Big Jim Blogcast Live. And we are rocking. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Okay, our craft beer for tonight going on with accompanied by a Hoya de Montero Habana. Our craft beer with that cigar and Crown Royal, regular Crown Royal. I don't have the. All right. Okay. So, yeah, our craft beer for tonight, I'll just give this a little top up. Yeah, it is Hazy Days. It's a juicy IPA. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. And, it grows on me. It does grow on you. It does. When I first tried this and opened it, it was a bitter, sour taste, but that disappeared into a dry tasting beer. But yeah, you can taste the juice and tropical punch in it. All the hops, they've said it's been whirlpool hopped, firm hopped, and dry hopped, every kind of hopped. So, So yeah, and if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10 later on or right now, see if it matches up with mine later on, feel free to do so. We've got Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I've been there once. It's a good. They're a good operation. They're a good craft brewery beer here. So I'll just place this back here for now. As we move on. Oh yeah, woohoo! We have in our cavalcade of classic pro wrestling managers. All right, the Slickster. Yeah, all right. Real name Ken Johnson, debuted in 1986. He debuts in Texas All-Star Wrestling and manages Mad Max and Lord Humongous. Leaves All-Star Wrestling for Kansas City Central States Wrestling and develops and creates the Doctor of Style Slick. The Doctor of Style, Jive Soul Bro. Right on. He manages Art Cruz, Bobby Jaggers, Bulldog Bob Brown, and Butch Reed. Slick has and his stable feuds with Rufus Jones and Bruiser Brody. August of 1986, he debuts in the WWF with Butch Reed and feuds with Classy Freddie Blassie. Classy Freddie Blassie, whose health was declining, and WWE slowly began to phase Classy Freddie Blassie out of storylines. Slick would manage Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Akeem. Oh yeah, there he is, Akeem. And then the one-man gang, Akeem. He would manage Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, the Bolsheviks, Rick Martel, Power and Glory. There they are, right there. That is Paul Roma and Hercules Hernandez. Yeah, so he managed Power and Glory, Akeem, and the Big Boss Man. And the one-man gang too before he became Akeem. So, all right. So yeah, November 1991, he takes a leave of absence from the WWE and returned as Reverend Slick. Real life, he became a real life born again Christian. Becomes a full time manager at WWF. Okay, full-time co-host of WWE's Primetime Wrestling until 1993. Manages Kamala from Harvey Whippleman and Kim Chi and tried to make Kamala more human. 1993, he retires from wrestling. He graduates for. He works for Campbellville. He graduates actually from Campbellville University in Kentucky. Receives a bachelor and master's degree and is now an ordained minister. He's a one-time WWE Slammy Award winner in 1987. Now, April 2nd, 2016, he returned to WWE to induct the late Big Boss Man into the 2016 Hall of Fame class. Jive Soul Bro. Jive Soul Bro. All right, and that is Reverend Slick, our classic, the Doctor of Style, Slick, our classic pro wrestling manager. So, and I did post more of his promos. I did post Jive Soul Bro and his matches, his managing like the Power and Glory and the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for it. There we are. That is our classic pro wrestling manager for tonight, the Doctor of Style, Reverend Slick. Real name Ken Johnson. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Boom. All right. So here we go. All right. So don't mind me. I'm just spraying down the apartment here. I don't want it to smell like a, ashtray. So, anyways, it's a Jive Soul Bro. Jive Soul Bro. So, yeah, Crown Royal. There's I didn't know there was a Crown Royal Black Cherry, so I'll have to check that out next time in the liquor store. I do know there's a Crown Royal Vanilla. I love that. Crown Royal Apple, I'm not a big fan of. But, yeah. All right. So anyways, if you guys want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309, with your rotary phone here, just dial. There we go. Or your cell, say, hey, how's that craft beer working out? Or how's that, I love the blogcast tonight, 1-800-867-5309. So, there we go. All right. So, yeah. For the third time tonight, I am going to do the cube thing. Take it out of its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. Ooh, what do we got here? Harmonica. All right. So, but if you've been watching Big Jim Blogcast Live, you know what I'm going to do. This is like tonight's color is orange. This is a legendary toy from the 80s, the Rubik's Cube. I am going to the premise is pretty simple here. All 9 sides. You got to get all the full colors on all the 9 sides. I am going to do tonight's orange. This is what I got so far. So, all right. So here we go. Come on, man. Fuck. All right. You are being impossible. Fuck. Come on. All right. So that is. Oh, no, I can't do that. All right. Fuck. So there we go. Anyways, that's all I got right there. So anyway, yeah, I'll just put it back in the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. There we go. All right. So she's my pride and joy. Trying to channel Stevie Ray Vaughan. Bluesy. That was not blues. So, anyways, all right. So. She's my pride and joy. Baby, I'm her little lover boy. So anyways, as we move on, we've got a classic board game here. Happy Days. All right. So, who remembers this? All right. This is Happy Days board game from Parker Brothers. This is the 1976 board game. All right. Ages 7 to 13. It's for ages 7 to 13. 2 to 4 players. It's by they made. Okay. So you can really tell that it is. It's missing a couple of links here. It's by the Parker brothers, but developed by the Paramount Pictures Corporation. It was made in like, all right, so anyways, the complete, remember the TV show Happy Days? Of course. This is around the second season probably when the Paramount decided like, hey, let's get a board game going. All right, so as we open it, there we go. There's writing on the inside here. I found this at Goodwill. Look at that. There's the writing says, I know you can't see it, Michael from Grandma, Christmas 1976, no cheating. Here's a close-up of it right there. So this was somebody's like, this was like somebody's Christmas present. Now the object of the game, the Fonz, is hanging out at your house. All right. Hey, yeah. All right. The Fonz is hanging out at your house. Show him how cool you are by being the first player to collect all 16 cool points and light up Arnold's jukebox. Now here's like the here's the board player game, something to do, cruising, drag. There's Fonzie at your house, and here's like oh yeah, here's like you've got like the all right, so you got like the cruising cards and something to do, spend $2 on your date, collect 1 cool point, cruising card, show up with the Fonz, get 2 cool points now. All right, so let me show you the all right. Hey, all right. There's the instructions to Happy Days. You can really tell this is from 1976. Like it's got, I don't even know what. So maybe it's coffee that's covering it. So, anyways, here is you got like you can see like pegs. There's Richie, Fonz, and Potsy. The equipment you got like you got cruising cards, you got something to do cards, the jukebox, 4 pegs, 4 markers, the playing board. The only thing the only 2 items that this game is missing is like the dice and the play money. So yeah, there's a close up of it. So the object of the game is pretty simple. So all right. So anyways, what's more? Let's take a look at. All right. All right. So. And yeah, so let's delve into more of these cruising cards here. Show up with the Fonz. All right. Ooh, cruising. Odd jobs. There you go. Get $200 from the bank. Maybe only use once. Hold until need. Let's see what more. Something to do. All right. Spend $3 just hanging out. Collect 2 cool points. All right. So. That's the gist of like of what of the playing of the game there. So like I said, it's 2 to 4 players, ages 7 to 13. They marketed this Paramount Pictures to like the Happy Days audience, probably maybe like 10 to 13-year-olds. So again, here's like the playing board. All right, so Happy Days. There we go. There's a close up. All right. Something to do, party at Fonzie's. All right. All right. Picnic. Gym. All right. So, anyways, there we go. We put it back there. All right. Hey. All right. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, this is like I found this game for $5 at Goodwill. So you can see the Goodwill sticker there. So. They've got everybody on the cover here, Fonzie, Richie, Potsy, even Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham, and Joni, if you look close enough there. And so, all right. So, yeah, and the writing on the inside, Christmas 1976. All right. So, in pencil, too. And so, all right. And I did post more of the game's history and development on my blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for it. All right. And that is our classic board game for tonight. Happy Days. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Cruising all week. Blah blah blah. Theme song. So. Mm. Oh boy. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Thank you for tuning in and ending your weekend with me. So, anyways, yeah, as our craft beer tonight, it is accompanied by a Hoya Montera Habana Cuban. We've got Crown Royal with it, the regular Crown Royal. Nothing fancy like Black Cherry or Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So our craft beer for tonight, it is called, I brought a backup here. I'm going to open it up. It's called Hazy Days IPA, Juicy IPA. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. So, all right. So just topping it up here. I got to warn you guys, there might be a bathroom break. There might be not. So, but yeah, look how the texture of that. It is called Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. All right. Yeah, so that sourness and bitterness disappeared at the beginning. It's a dry aftertaste to it. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to give this a good spring beer. It's a good spring beer. So, yeah, it's pretty much goes down very smoothly right now. Okay. So, yeah, and if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. See if it matches up with mine, like many people have done. So I'll just set this back here. All right. So, I'm her little lover boy. As I'm going to remind everybody tonight, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all these audio listening platforms, which your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching in the Port Ogan groups, all the Sarnia groups, Sarnia Rocks, What's Up Sarnia, supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock, Stevie Ray Vaughan groups, the WKRP groups, the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, classic vlog and blog groups, the TV and movies, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, and Rubik's. So, all right. Okay. So, as we get to our, this month, it would be, oh, God, let's see here. Where's my pen? Let me figure out something here. 1990, 2025, take away 1990. That would be 030. Oh, well, I didn't. All right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. What's 2025 take away 1990? All right, 30 years ago. 1990. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, 35 years ago. That's right, 35 years ago. Now, all right, so this month, 35 years ago, we would lose on Monday, August 27th, 1990. We would lose this man. It was 35 years ago this month, on August 27th, that Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a copter crash. Alpine Valley Resort, East Troy, Wisconsin. All right. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. All right. So I'll bring in like a visual aid here. All right. So anyways. Okay. So. All right. Boom. Now, Alpine Valley Resort, East Troy, Wisconsin. Stevie Ray Vaughan. All right. Stevie Ray Vaughan was with his brother Jimmy Vaughn and Jimmy's wife Connie when they went to get on board their reserve Bell 206B jet Ranger helicopter piloted by Jeff Brown. But the seats were taken by Eric Clapton's agent Bobby Brooks, bodyguard Nigel Brown, and assistant tour manager Colin Smythe. There was only one existing seat left, and Stevie took it, and Jimmy and Connie caught the next flight out from Alpine Valley Resort. It was 1 a.m. in the morning in dense fog. Pilot Jeff Brown took off at a higher speed and at a lower altitude. The helicopter banked sharply to the left and crashed into the side of a 300-foot ski slope. So he's going up, and he's like I said, he's going up, boom, boom, boom. But mountain, they hit the mountain, bam! It explodes. Helicopter explodes. All aboard were about 1 kilometer from takeoff. All aboard were killed instantly. Wow. No fire, explosion. Nobody knew of the crash until the helicopter didn't show up at the intended destination the next morning. Wisconsin Civil Air Patrol found the wreckage and the bodies at 7 a.m. 50 feet below the hill. Eric Clapton and Jimmy Vaughn had to ID the bodies at the morgue. Stevie Ray Vaughan autopsy shows that he died from multiple blunt force trauma. Investigation revealed all victims were wearing seatbelts. There were no drugs or alcohol involved in the flight, or in the passengers, including Stevie Ray Vaughan. The mechanical functions. No mechanical functions or failures were found in the helicopter. The National Transportation Safety Board cause of accident was controlled flight into terrain. The pilot could see the hill. He couldn't see the whole hill because of low visibility. So here we go. They're flying up. Here's my arm, the mountain. Bam! Boom! Game over for Stevie Ray Vaughan and the entourage and the rest of the passengers in the helicopter. And it was lawsuits. Jimmy and Martha Vaughn, the widows of Brooks and Smith, received over $2 million in settlements from the Orion flight. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, that happened 35 years ago this month. So as we lost Stevie Ray Vaughan. And so 1990. All right. So anyways, yeah. So and I got a few, and this was the deadly copter crash there. That's what was left of the copter. Here's another, there's another picture of it right there. I did post more of like the copter, Stevie Ray Vaughan copter incident on my blogcast page and my Facebook pages, but we lost, it was a pretty vicious time there. So I remember where I was in like the dentist office, and I heard about it. So, anyways, yeah, it was like 35 years ago this month. It would be like, it would happen next week. So, yeah, so anyway, we honor him. Like, here, cheers to you, Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan. All right, so. Sweet baby, I'm her little lover boy. All right. So, anyways, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me and watching our craft beer for tonight. All right. So, Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a good Habana Cuban cigar there. It's a Hoya de Montana series. We've got, all right, so, all right, so yeah, the craft beer for tonight, sorry, getting back to that, accompanied by Crown Royal. We've got like Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company. I've got their glass here, the beer, trying it for the very first time tonight. Should have given it a little top up here. Very dry. The bitterness and a little bit of sourness at the beginning, but it disappeared once you get used to it. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say this is like a good spring, summer beer. It goes good with salads. This would go good with like Caesar salad, Cobb salad, garden salad. Meats I don't know about. Maybe a good meatloaf. Yeah. And if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if what I'm gonna give it at the end of the blogcast, feel free to do so. Like so many people have done here. I'll just set this back here. All right. I'm her little lover boy. Boom, boom. Okay. Ooh, yes, and we've got a double shot of Stevie Ray Vaughan, our classic album here. Oh. Yeah, so anyways, we've got like this is Stevie Ray Vaughan's and Double Trouble's first studio album, Texas Flood. It was recorded, released June 13th, 1983 on Epic Records. Recorded November 22nd and November 24th, 1982 at Downtown Studios in Los Angeles, California, and Riverside Sound in Austin, Texas. 2 days to record this album. So, wow. So there's the back. We've got like the whole band on the back there. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. We've got like all right. So anyways, we've got Stevie Ray Vaughan, vocals, guitar, Tony. I'm her little lover boy. All right. So anyways, yeah. Wow. All right. Tommy Shannon, bass guitar, Chris Layton on drums, produced by Stevie Ray Vaughan, Double Trouble, and Richard Mullen. Now, side one, we've got like Love Struck Baby, Pride and Joy, Texas Friend, Texas Flood, Tell Me, Testify. Side two, we have Rude Mood, Marietta Little Lamb, Dirty Pool, I'm Crying, and Lenny. Now, the two singles, Pride and Joy and Love Struck Baby, were released from the album. Pride and Joy peaked at the number 20 mainstream rock tracks. Based on these two singles, oh God, you got to check out Pride and Joy. Here's my Pride and Joy, Texas Flood. It's a really good bluesy album. The two singles, Pride and Joy and Love Struck Baby, were released. And on the strength of these two singles, this album peaked at the U.S. Billboard album charts at number 38, selling over 2 to 3 million copies worldwide. Making Stevie Ray Vaughan an instant star. Great bluesman, slide guitar right there. Now Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, how they were discovered, how they got this album recorded. They performed at the Montreux Jazz Festival in July of 1982, caught the attention of famous singer Jackson Browne, and he liked the band so much that they made a demo with him. Brown passed along the demo to the Epic Records president, who offered the band a record deal. And so, yeah. So, anyways, they dedicated this album to Big Jim and Martha Vaughn. Whoa! Marietta Little Lamb, dedicated to Rockin' Robin. Cover art, Brad Holland. It was cool. All right. So, yeah. They do their covers on here from the song "Tell Me" is by they covered Howlin' Wolf. Song "Testify," the Isley Brothers. yeah, so and I did post Pride and Joy and Love Struck Baby and more of like Stevie Ray Vaughan performing at the Montreux Jazz Festival on my blogcast page, my Facebook pages. So look for it. Look for that. If you find if you come across a Stevie Ray Vaughan album, I suggest you get it if you're in the mood for a good blues album, blues rock up tempo. So yeah, and it does that. He's a guy who was gone way too soon from us. So cheers to you, Mr. Vaughn. All right. So, all right. So yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan in Double Trouble, Texas Flood, classic Stevie Ray Vaughan bluesy album. So there we go. And yeah, Texas Flood. Can't. So he gives special thanks to Jackson Brown, Charlie Wick and Donnie, David Bowie, Jerry Wexler, Charles Kane, Nick Ferrari, Rudy, Lewis Wheeler, Jimmy Vaughn, his brother, Frank Cooksey, everybody at Texas Music and the rest of Texas. So there we go. It's just a very good album. So I'll just put this back here. I'm her little lover boy. Do 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 do. Oh yeah. If you guys want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309 on your rotary phone. There we go. Or your cell, and ask me hey, how's that beer working out, Jim? Or we love the blogcast. 1-800-867-5309. It is toll free to call. So, all right, bam. Okay. All right. So. Yes, good Cuban cigar here. Our craft beer tonight, it's accompanied by this Hoya Montera Cuban cigar. We've got our Crown Royal. Ooh, yeah. Our craft beer for tonight, it is Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. It's a juicy IPA. I was trying this for the very first time tonight, and at the beginning it was All right, so at the beginning of the blogcast, it was a little bit of sour bitterness, but that disappeared into a dry taste. But you can really taste the juicy tropical punch of hops in there. I recommend this as spring, summer, and fall beer. Good with salads. Good when you're it's a good beer when you're watching a romantic movie. So there you go. All right. So, goes down very smoothly for now. And if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So anyway, just put this back here. All right. So, bongo. All right. Bam. All right. And, I want to remind everybody tonight that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms. This is your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Sporting Sarnia 2.0, What's Up Sarnia. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. The craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling. All the classic vlogging, blog groups. All the classic TV and movies, WKRP. Birthdays, bongos, and Rubik's. And so, And for the final time tonight, before we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast, I'm going to do the cube thing. Take it over its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. Ooh, harmonica. All right. So, and tonight's the color is orange. Now, I'm not going to try and solve the Rubik's Cube. It would take way too long. This is a legendary toy from the 80s. Premise was pretty simple. There's 9 sides to it, all different colors. You got to get all the same colors on the same sides. Tonight I'm going to do orange, and I'm going to that's how far I got. I'm going to try and get it in a couple of spins. So there we go. All right. So, okay, here we go. Oh, man, that did not work. All right. So, come on, you bastard. There we are. There we are. Let's see. Fuck. Come on. No, that did not work at all. Okay. So that did not work. That did not work right there. All right. Sometimes that's all I got. So sometimes it'd be like fucked up. It's difficult. It's not, So, just put it back in this big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug. So, anyways, yeah. And if you want to call me up on the hotline, it is 1-800-867-5309. Call me on your rotary phone or your cell. How's that beer working out? How's it's toll free to call. And how's the blogcast going? Right on. So, anyways, there we go. Boom. All right. So, all right. There we go. So now we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. It is called This Week in Van Halen History. Whoops. All right. All right. So anyways, from August 11th to August 17th, there we go. We cover all the eras of the band. All right. So am I freezing out on here? Let's see here. All right. So August 11th, 1970, David Lee Roth is issued a passport. August 11th, 2015, Van Halen played the Xfinity Center in Hartford, Connecticut. August 12th, 1986, the book Eddie Van Halen by Dan Hedges is published. August 12th, 1995, Sammy Hagar is interviewed by VH Magazine's The Inside. August 13th, 1978, Van Halen opens for Ted Nugent at the Broome County Arena in Binghamton, New York. August 14th, 1979, Van Halen plays the Rubber Hall in Cleveland, Ohio. August 14th, 1999, Sammy Hagar plays the Levi Cantor Park Pavilion in Omaha, Nebraska. August 15th, 1998, Van Halen plays Jones Beach Amphitheater in Wantagh, New York. August 15th, 2009, Chickenfoot play the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. August 16th, 1986, David Lee Roth opens the Eat 'em and Smile Tour at the Coliseum in Hampton, Virginia. August 16th, 1991, Van Halen opens the FUCK Tour at Lakewood Amphitheater in Atlanta, Georgia. August 16th, 2002, Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth tour stops at the Nissan Pavilion in Buxton, Virginia. August 17th, 1979, Van Halen plays the Civic Center in Springfield, Massachusetts. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. There you go. All right. So, all right. So, anywho, now, all right. Now we can rate the beer. All right. So now's the time. If you want to throw out a number, feel free to do so. My final thoughts on this beer. All right. So, and just to bring you up to speed, this is my ranking system. All right. So, 10 to 9, 8. Outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. So, where will it land? I'm going to give you my final thoughts. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Accompanying this, I got a good cigar. It's a Havana Cuban. It's like Hoy de Montero Havana. Accompanying my beer, it also Crown Royal. Okay, so Final thoughts on this beer? Okay. So, Hazy Days. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I've got one of their glasses. I'm going to top it up. So, anybody wants to throw out a number, feel free to do so between 1 and 10. See if it matches up with mine. All right. Dry aftertaste to it. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. In the beginning, when you open this beer, you'll likely to have a sour bitterness aftertaste, but if you keep on drinking it, it's going to disappear. This goes good with any type of salad. It's a good back deck patio beer for those hazy, for those days like the spring, summer. You can even drink this in the wintertime. This is an all year round beer. Anyways, so it with Blythe, with the Cowbell Brewing Company, they've made some winning beers here. Hazy Days is juicy IPA. All right. So, anyways, I got to throw out a number here. Nope. All right. I feel. All right, people. I just gave this a 6 out of 10. There we go. All right. So. There we go. 6 out of 10. And where does that rank? Above average? Okay, so let's see. 6 out of 10. Where does it land? Tastes pretty good, drinkable, but not much else going on here. It's drinkable. It's pretty good. That's all I can give it. So it's a 6 out of 10. So there we go. All right. So anyways, yes, that. All right. So 6 out of 10 for Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'll just set this back here. All right. So, okay. All right. A good cigar going on with that. Like I said, it's a good beer. It's like I just felt 6 out of 10 was necessary. It's not much else going on here, but it's a good beer. It's good with salads, good all year round beer, back deck patio beer, good staying in beer. But yeah, not much else going on there, but it's a good beer. Now, I've been getting requests for t-shirts. If you want a t-shirt like mine, or the plain white t-shirt, or the baseball jersey, or a tank top, or any design, or the classic design, the Big Jim's House Blogcast Live t-shirt. They are $35, shipping and handling included, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. You send me an e-transfer, money order. You tell me what you want, and I will do my best to get that out to you within 4 to 6 weeks. So any style, any t-shirt. So just, yeah. So, and then that's it. So, yeah. They are $35, shipping and handling included, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, email or money order transfer on my regular. Contact me on my blogcast page, my regular Facebook page, and I will do my best to get that out to you. So, I've got an inspirational, motivational quote before we wrap things up here. We all die. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. Again, we all die. The goal is not to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. So there we go. That's by Unknown. All right. So yeah, we're having a good time here. Big Jim Blogcast Live, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. All right, people. So that's it for me. All right. So. All right, people. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. We gave a 6 out of 10 to Hazy Days by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Our birthday shout-outs, Becky Taylor and Mason, Joanne Cole, Michael Ross, Sean Morrow, Mike Fenton, Local Heathers, Cheryl Darcy, Andy Bonnier, Keith Pierce. Our countdowns, our Loni Anderson tribute, the movie Stroker Race, Season 4 of WKRP in Cincinnati, our classic pro wrestling Manager-Slick, Our classic board game Happy Days, our Rockstar Copter Crashes-Stevie Vaughn, our classic Album-Stevie Vaughn and Double Trouble, Texas Flood, This Week in Van Halen History, our motivational quote, we all die, the goal is not to live forever, the goal is to create something that will. Once again, this broadcast is not spam, the audio version will go out later on Spotify and all these audio platforms where you listen to your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel. Good thanks to all the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. What's up, Sarnia? Sarnia, Spring Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, hard rock, retro classic rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, vlog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, WKRP, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, right on. So, all right. Sunday, August 17th, 2025. You may or may not see me next weekend. So, all right, boom. And if you want to call me up on the hotline, it is 1-800-867-5309. Rotary phone, cell. How's the beer? I love the beer. How's the broadcast? We love that tonight. So there we go. 1-800-867-5309. So, yeah, boom, bam. All right, yeah. And the Big Jim Blogcast Live. I am Jim. So, yeah, all right, boom. There we go. Yeah. All right. And so, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the rest of this cigar. And, yeah. I'm going to drink the rest of this beer, pop it up. All right. For all the people who tuned in tonight, hey, right on. Great, thank you. So, we all got to work tomorrow. There. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. So anyways, yeah. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 324, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, as we wrap things up. And you may or may not see me next weekend, so cheers everyone, and stay safe, and see you next week. Maybe you'll see me next weekend. So, all right. So, yeah. Cheers, everybody.